Hey guys, how's it going? I actually forgot to press go live on YouTube, so I'm trying to get all that situated. Being a streamer is hard. Don't let anyone tell you different. Especially when you have no idea what you're doing. Here we go. Now you're showing up. I see you, Buffer. Live. Set to live. It's going pretty good for me. Uh I would say it's going pretty good for Trill as well. Had a good day of work. Felt like I accomplished a lot. Went for a walk. Got like two and a half miles in. I'm doing pretty good. Maybe a little tired. Can't see your time is now. Can't see. I'm not sure what you meant by that. So day two. I mean, technically it's day three of learning Odin, but the first day was kind of just playing around with how to build stuff. I think. So this is day two of specifically using Odin to build something. That something being Wordle. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not too worried about struggles. Depending on how far we get, we might start delving into some data structure type stuff, data structure algorithms, all that fun stuff. Um, that's where I think will be most of the time spent figuring out. If I had to guess, hard to tell. Ooh, should we knock out today's Wordle? We can do that. If we knock it out quickly, then today's gonna be a good stream. Ooh, oh, but if we knock it out poorly, what's poor and what's quick though? No monster right now. I had a monster this morning, so I'm trying to not drink a monster this evening, so that maybe I get a little bit more sleep. So I'm just drinking flavored water. Okay. I always when I play Wordle, I like to use a different word every time. Oh, I just saw something. Did you guys see that? The grid resizes based on how big the window gets. Maybe two different sizes. It has two different sizes. Ooh, we're gonna have to do that, I think. Oh wait, was that three different sizes? I can definitely do that. That'll be. I mean, I think we just make the size of the square a percentage of the window. All right. Let me think. What am I doing? I need a new word. Doing. Okay, that was poorly chosen. Freak. All right. Not a strong start, if I say so myself. Okay, so I think the next guess, maybe we try and include both letters and get R in a different location. So like Meats, for instance. Nope. Ooh. Ooh, no, but we know E. We know E goes there. Let's. Well, you know what? I'm okay with a guess that uses R but doesn't use E because then that helps us eliminate or find another letter, right? Because we already know where E is. So yeah, let's do that. We need a word with R and no E. Like like or nope. Like curry. Nah, that's too many R's. Like Uh, Shutter. Sherbert. Sword. Ooh, that could work. Oh, no, we already eliminated O and D. Lure. I don't want to use an R. Lurk. Nope. Lurch. Lurch. Lurch? No, we don't want R in the middle, though. We already know R doesn't go in the middle. Hmm. Shirt, but I is already eliminated. Short, shirt, skirt. Pray. Yeah, R isn't in the middle because E is. Siren. Oh man, is there any words? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Court, but A is already used. Quet, guys. Oh, it doesn't use R. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. I don't want to use. I don't want to use the letter twice yet. Rears. Bears. I'm okay with trying. No, because we know E. Is there any word we can come up with that doesn't have an E in it? Or a word that has an E. I think someone said under, right? No, under doesn't work. Lear, nope. Burst. Okay, here we go. Burst. Dang it. Not in the middle. First. Dang it. Church. Chirk. Hurts. Nope. In the middle. Why is R in the middle of every word? What is that? Hey, darling. Lear. Pairs. I'm trying really hard. Like, we know E doesn't go here and E goes in the middle. So I'm trying really hard to find a word that either is a good guess, as in E is in the middle and R is in a different location, or a word that uses R in a different location and does not include E. I'd be good with either one. True. Nope. True. Nope. How do you spell that? Marred? That wouldn't work anyway. Shard. D is already used. Super? See, but again, it has E. If we can, I want to try and find one that doesn't have E or E is in the middle. Hyper. It's another hard word like ovate, a word that I don't use in my regular vocabulary. Warn. No, not in the middle though. We know R doesn't go in the middle. Wrench. Dang it. Wretch. Wreck. Dang it. K is already not the correct letter. Actor. Dang it. O and A have already been eliminated. It might be that the only true guess that works is the word. It could be like mere. No. Beers. I don't like doing a double letter guess right now unless someone has a better idea. Beats at least gets R in a different location. Berry, Berr. No. Going with it. Whatever. So do we know if that yellow E right there means there is another E? Do we know that? Okay, so we know R doesn't go here, here, or here. R can only be at the beginning or the end. Someone say, or no, it can't be rears. Deer, or no, it has to be at the end. What word in better? Except that's two T's. Well, wait a minute. Has to end in R or begin in R. And we know E can't go here. Okay, does humor eliminate more letters? It doesn't eliminate O, but whatever. We'll go with it. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Was it actually queer? Did I not have that set earlier? I could have had it in 3. I had it. It was right there. Are you kidding me? Everyone from Baldur's Gate picked today's word. You're a queer fellow. All right. All right. Enough with this game. Let's make it. I downloaded a VS Code extension that lets me. I still can't click on this because I mean it's statically rendered, but I can modify and put an X here and go boom. Yeah, I need to believe myself more. That's the takeaway here. All right, so overview of not yesterday, Monday. this is kind of what we picked out as work that needs to get done for Wordle. And we managed to. Yeah. We managed to complete none of it. But that's okay. Because. That's awkward. Because. Um. I don't remember how to. I don't remember how to build. Uh. We were doing. Or was I launching it? Oh, Control Shift B. That's what it is. All right, trying it again. Because oh wait, I'm running the wrong thing. Ben Odin. Oh my god, I'm so not used to having it in a bin folder. All right, here we go. This is where we're at. Except our grid doesn't resize like apparently Wordle does, so whatever. So we managed to get letters rendering, a grid rendering, colors. Now we need to see if there's other stuff we need to do here. Keep track of active row. Keyboard input fills active row. Keyboard input ignored once row is filled. So I think we can probably start putting some of this in, I think. And I'm assuming Carl 2D gives me access to events. Probably be have to manage in the process function here. I wonder if updates the internal state of the library. Call this early in the frame to make sure inputs and frame times are up to date. Commonly used for creating the main loop of a game for K2.update. Get more control over how the frame is set up. You can skip calling this process and instead use the processes it calls directly. Okay, so instead of calling update, you can call reset frame out, allocator, calculate frame time, process events, update audio timer. Okay. So if this is where we're kind of handling the rendering, this is where we want to handle inputs. And I'm thinking we're going to need to keep like maybe a temporary buffer of characters. I think. Yeah, because they aren't validated until you hit enter on the keyboard. So it doesn't need the weight of like this letter state, I don't think. So what I want to actually do is when I receive a key event, I want to translate it into one of my enum letters here. Honestly, would it be better? Nah, I'll worry about it later. Well, or do I? I'm wondering if I just use the Carl 2D key events for this instead of having my own enum definition. I would lose out on none unless does Odin support like optional? Maybe. Odin supports maybe? Or a question mark? Is that true? Odin language, maybe? In Odin, maybe is a built-in generic wrapper used to represent an optional value that may or may not exist. Maybe I can use this instead of having a none. That way I could just use Carl2D's keyboard events. Slightly unrelated. You don't think it is public? I thought it was, maybe. Oh, you're right. You're right. I apologize. That's on me. It is private. One sec. Good call. Thank you for that. How do you make a repo public? That's the real question. Enable release, rename, rules, pages, branches. Not be this difficult. Default branch releases. Crazy. Oh, right here. Change visibility. It was in the danger zone. Oh my gosh. I had to like say I wanted it public 3 times in a row, and then I also have to use my validator. Okay. It is now public. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like there is a maybe type. So does that mean I can just do like a example maybe int equals nil? Did I do that wrong? Nah, this is a bad idea. The Carl2D enumerations will have more than just these letters. So what I really need is a function that's going to translate. And the best way to do that is I guess. Gosh, I'm so used to in C++, where you either have to forward declare your functions or define your functions above. It doesn't seem like I need to do that with Odin. So I don't know what like the best practice is for Odin projects. I guess I'll put it down here. These 2 letters. I mean, you guys gonna fault me for using an LLM autocomplete here if it's literally the exact same thing I was going to do? Except it's clearly this is wrong because I don't think this was a thing, right? Does Odin does Odin force you to handle every element? Is there not like a default for its switch statement. Oh, interesting. I wonder if you have to denote it as partial if you're not going to handle every case. If that's the case, then I should be able to just do... Oh, wait a minute. So this is, if I understand correctly, this is going to be a problem because we're not handling every single Carl key. So I do partial. Dang it. I thought I knew what I was doing. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Key is not declared by K2. Keyboard key is, however. Actually, okay. I'm curious. Will it yell at me? Unhandled switch cases, none through ends through apostrophe. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. You opt in to partial switch statements versus C++, where you kind of have to like use a default or whatever, right? And with different compiler switches in C++, it will still call you out for not like handling all of your switch statements. But this is kind of cool because at least like if someone's reading your code and you do this, you know the developer intended to not handle all of the switch statements, right? I can do just .a. I think you're right. I do recall Odin being like that, which is also kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't know what my opinion is on that yet. I'd have to like navigate a more complex code base to see if this is an issue or not. But my initial thoughts are it's kind of nice. Okay. So this will convert. Essentially, what I'm getting at is I want to be able to type, start typing on my keyboard, and have it immediately fill this row. But this row is rendered via the letter type. That's kind of what we're doing here. So then I need a, what do I call it? The hardest part of programming, naming. Um, guess I want like, for simplicity's sake, I'm not gonna make a bunch of types. I'm just gonna put it all under this game board. Active row. Oh, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just have an integer that represents the active row. And then whatever the active row is, that is what we are filling with our letters. Sure, why not? Active row integer defaults to 0. How many years have I been programming? That depends. Do you mean professionally or in general? Because I think I might be afraid to answer in general. I've been programming. I've been paid to program for 15 years. I have been programming for fun. Holy shit. Holy shit. I've never thought about that. I've been doing this for 25 years. Holy shit. I'm having an existential crisis right now, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. Oh my god. There's no way. What year is it? 26? Yeah, you're right, Broken. I was like I was going to obviously I went to school for programming and yeah, I think I did talk about that. I worked like a I worked at a restaurant and I had already like completed the initial programming classes. At least here in the states, it's when I went to school, it was like CS. I don't know, like 101, 201, 301, something like that. Or no, it might have been like 101, 102, 103. Um, Basically, like the three core C++ classes that I needed, plus a bunch of like side classes, like one or two classes of C, one class of Java. I took Basic in high school. Uh, but yeah, I was working at a restaurant, and they're like, "Holy shit, dude! What are you doing? You have the classes you need to get an internship. Go get an internship." Yeah, I went to school for C++, got an internship doing C++, and so I did C++. Actually, that's a lie. I went to school for computer engineering thinking I was going to do more like hardware level types of like design. Um, but got an internship as a C++ developer and suffered through the early years of it and started to really like it. So I am a C++ developer. Prior to school and work, I did like a lot of like graphing calculator programming, basic programming. I did some Visual Basic. I did handmade HTML web pages. I used to have a I used to have a Dragon Ball Z RPG I made, text-based RPG where you like back in the day on AOL, you go to these RPG sites and you sign up via like your email or chat ID or something like that. And then you just have like messenger beside this website and you submit like, hey, I want to do training for 3 days, or I want to fight user ID blah blah blah. And so I would have a website. I would manually receive these requests, and then I would have to manually calculate the combat and the results, and then submit the results back to the users. Oh, it wasn't email back then. It was like forms. So there used to be websites called GeoCities and Angel Fire. There was webs. It's like kind of like social media back then, where you could just build your own website using HTML. And so I would use that, and they had built-in like forms that you could add to your website, and so that's how we would like communicate to play this RPG. And I had for the longest time, and I think it finally died as a year ago or so. But one of my RPG websites was still active. I did it through a tripod. I got to get better at this. So that means I don't need. I can just do that, right? God. All right, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm starting to figure this out. Do I need that? Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, I might need. Okay. I do need at least K2 here. Huh. What drives me? What would I do when I'm stuck or feel overwhelmed? That's that's a question. What do I do? Sometimes I step away, right? Sometimes I get stressed the hell out and probably cry myself to sleep thinking I'm not good enough. Um and eventually after beating my head against a problem, usually if I get stuck, sometimes it's okay. Can I break the problem down any smaller? Even if my solution isn't the best solution. Sometimes, especially like professionally, you got to get the work done, right? You're getting paid to basically produce results. And so you're not always going to have the best solution. You're not always going to have enough time to come up with the best solution. And sometimes you just got to get it done, right? So brute force it. If that means you don't have a optimized for loop to run your algorithm, maybe you just write 300 lines of if statements and get it done, right? Sometimes you just got to get it done. Do not write 300 lines of if statements, please. That was just an example. He gets stomped on in Baldur's Gate 1. Yeah, that's what happens. So here's a question. Is this just how Odin works? Gameboard.rows index with gameboard.active row. Like usually if I was doing C++, I might turn this into a function, like a member function that would return a reference or a pointer to what the active row is. That way I don't have to like type all of this. Now you also the other thing I would say, like it's gonna be it's gonna, oh man, I hate to say this, but I feel like it's a lot harder to get stuck these days. Now I might be biased because I have weathered the tides of struggle and like finding ways to learn how to solve problems, but like there's so much internet available to everyone now that there are so many answers out there to get yourself unstuck. So these days, I'm not really getting stuck as much as I am like, man, how do I make sure the code I write scales well or can be maintained by multiple developers or performs well, that kind of thing. Versus like, oh, how do I solve this? Dark gray is a const global Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Have I ever tried the Linux desktop? Oh yeah. I worked the entire year of 2025 on Linux only. I have used Linux myself on many occasions. I've had Linux laptops. I've had Linux on my Raspberry Pi. Obviously, Linux on Android phone. Linux is very much a part of my daily life. I also acknowledge that while every year it feels like we're getting closer and closer, we're not quite there yet. It is not quite the year of the Linux. But man, we have come a long way. Okay, so I don't know. I'm assuming this is kind of like C, where if I want functions to operate on this, I have to um, make a standalone function, right? So what would that be? That would be Get active row. Oh, I was gonna ask about pointers. Is that what a pointer is in Odin? Is it a caret? Default Odin procedures. The Odin calling convention. Let's see how it differs in a couple of ways. It promotes values to a pointer if that's more efficient on the target system, and it includes a pointer to the current context as an implicit additional. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's pointer. This is akin to doing the following pointer cast manipulation. However, transmute does not. Why is there nothing telling me exactly what this is? I mean, I assume it's a pointer, but it's not, like, nothing's saying it is. Address operator. Here we go. For an operand x of type t, the address operation ampersand x generates a pointer of caret t to x. The operand must be addressable, meaning that either a variable pointer in direction or slice dynamic array index blah. For any operand x of pointer type t, the pointer in direction x caret denotes the variable of type t pointed to by x. What? If x is an invalid address, such as nil, an attempt to evaluate this will result in platform-specific behavior. On most platforms, this will be a segmented. Okay, wait. So is this dereferencing? For an operand x of pointer type caret t, the pointer indirection x caret denotes the variable of the type t pointed to by. Okay, so this looks like that's dereferencing. Why couldn't we use dereferencing? What a weird. Removes confusion from multiplying. That makes sense. But it also looks like we dereference on the right side versus the left side. Okay. So what does it not like here? Cannot take the pointer address gameboard.rows because this is the wrong type. Six rows. Oh wait, is it because an array is a pointer like C? Oh, cannot assign value of type row to. Then what's going on here? Cannot take the pointer address of a time array. Is that what's happening? I get better error outputs. Return statement at the end of the procedure keys the letter missing. Oh, that's. Return that. Oh, because that's not confusing. Okay. Okay. Not take the pointer address. Not row. Is it const? Oh, uh, is this so? Hmm, this is interesting. I'm curious because we were reading about how it could choose to pass a pointer instead of a value. I wasn't sure I understood, but just in case, I will make this a type. This? Yeah, okay. That's what it was. Okay. So this will get the active row of the game board. Wait a minute. Have I been passing the game board by copy this entire time? I want to try something. Verify this. I want to change game board state after we leave. Huh. So it cannot assign to spacing, which is a procedure parameters. Oh, interesting. So are parameters const by default? Or I didn't make it const here. So yeah, I guess I need to pass as a pointer. Oops. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'll get there. Trust. Trust. Cool. Okay. So get active rows. Get active row. Oh, so that means I'm gonna need eventually. I'm gonna need like um submit active row, and by submitting the row, it will validate. And if it validates a word as like a real word, even if it's not correct, it will increment the active row. Okay, so we get the active row. That's what the current letters are, but that's not what we're going to do now. We are going, in fact, I think we can go ahead and get rid of this. So, input handling. This isn't going to work. Actually, that is what I will eventually want. If the enter key is pressed, submit the active row. But that's not really what I want right now. I want to do. Yeah. Oh my God. Is it okay? I got to see if this is what I want. For key state, get keyboard state. If the state is pressed, convert the letter, convert the key to a letter. If the letter is not none, get the active row, get the index and the letter. If the letter is none, then populate the active row. Otherwise, if it's backspace, get active row game board. It's a if you can't tell, it is a TV. But it actually is warm because it's OLED, and so it generates a lot of heat. So if like you put your arm up against it, whoo, and it has like I have it like a low level crackling noise that it's currently making. So Trill is just kind of hanging out under the fireplace. Okay, this is kind of what I want, I think, because I wanted a way to loop over all of the keys and not do 300 if checks. So this is checking if the key is pressed. If it is pressed, convert it to our game state letter. Get our active row. Okay, so this is wrong. We don't want to do this here over and over. We should just get the active row once. Ooh, why is this not formatting? Because that's wrong. So we get the active row. So for each key state, we get the letter. If letter is not none. So what I would like to do here actually, if letter is not none, otherwise I don't think I like this. If pressed. I think I want to do it like this. If letter equals dot none, none. We're just going to continue. We'll handle backspace later. Happening. Oh, did I get got? I was really hoping I had a way to get list of keyboards keys. Key went down, key went up. Vents. Get. Raylib has this. It's like get keys or get key events. Get events. I think this is what I want. Yep, I like it. Get events. Okay. This returns an event type. So this is just completely wrong. All right. So we want for event I in. Okay, so far so good. Oh wait, is it an enum? It's an array of type event. It's a union. How does that work? Is this unsafe? How does... Oh man, this is hurting my C++ brain. Type assert that V is a string, panic otherwise. Type assert, but with an explicit Boolean check, this will not panic. Okay, so this is what I need. So this is the value, and this is the check. So I think this is what I need. So, uh, he went down is probably what I want. I have I have used so many different like game engines and GUI frameworks over the years. Never have I seen a keyboard down or keyboard press event be described as key went down. That is interesting. Okay. So, comma, okay. Oh, no. Can I do that right? Value, comma, okay, colon equals. Oh, declared but not used. If okay, if not okay, continue. There we go. Okay. Now we have an event keyboard. Event keyboard has a key. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Letter colon equals keys to letter. If letter is none, continue. Because all we care about are the alphabetical letters. Anything else will just continue. Okay. So then, once we've converted the letter, we need to populate the active row, which we grabbed. So active row. Well, all right, let's see what the autocomplete does. So if, I don't think that's right. I think you're wrong. I think it's letter I. If letter. Am I wrong? The index first? I've already forgotten how to do loops. It's very possible I forgot how to do. Index is on the right side. I was right. So if in the active row the letter is none, If not, no. Continue. If it's not none, go to the next open slot. If it is none, then we should get to the max, and then this never gets populated. Okay. What do we think, guys? First try? Am I missing something? We process the game board. Get the active row. We grab all of the events. Populate an empty slot. I'm curious. Is this read only? Or can I do like... Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Current letter. I wonder if I can do like letter equals current letter. Is that allowed? Ampersand letter in. Oh, do I have to do that? If I do that, does it automatically handle? Oh, oh man, that's confusing. That actually work? So I don't need I. Or not? No, not quite yet. I wanna see that the letters can be rendered and populated. Make sure I get that correct. This is interesting. I would have assumed. Well, I don't know what I assumed. Clearly, this is a reference. All right, moment of truth. Whoops. Yeah. Does that count? Does it work? Current letter. Is it counting? All right, I'm gonna tap A really quick. Dang. Oh wait, I didn't check. Or no, key event went down. Am I handling events right? I shouldn't be looping over all of my letters. I think once we populate, we break out. Oh, let's go. Okay, we definitely need backspace now. Okay. Handle active row billing. Um, is there a way to use this like a switch statement almost? What is that called? Is that like matching? Is there match? With union types, see type switch statements. Ooh, this is what I want, I think. Switch V in value. So I want to do switch E in event. I think this is what I need to do. Okay, interesting. So I want to do switch E in event. Okay. And unhandled switches. Oh, I know how to do this. Partial. Getting so good. Okay, so we want to handle key when. Oh. I guess that's all we want to handle right now. But that's okay. So now I don't need this. E. Well, I cleaned up the code a little, I think. Um. Okay, key went down. If letter is none, continue. That's not really what we want to do now. What we want to do is I am the C++ guy. Can't you tell? Look how much I'm struggling on the Odin. I'm having to like bounce back and forth with the with figuring this out. But yes, I do use C++. This has been a temporary break. We just started learning Odin this week, Friday this week. I don't remember. Hoping to get Wordle done here probably by Friday. I'm thinking, and then we'll go from there. Maybe I'll find another small project to build up in C++. I also want to see if this still works in web. Build. How did it work? Build. Odin build dot slash Carl 2D build web dash dash. Dot? I'm doing this wrong. What am I doing wrong? Dang it. Build web. Maybe it's. That's what I need. Want to work with run? Apparently so. Oh. Parameter game board of type game board missing in procedure call ex init web entry. Okay, that's what I was worried about. So how these functions are broken up is apparently something I guess Carl 2D is handling somehow. That's going to be its own adventure to explore, I think. Okay. If I think we do want to do this. not equal none. Fill current row. Else. Else if e dot key equal. Oh, there's the backspace. Remove last letter from active row. What is it trying to even? Ooh, does it have to? Is there a way to do reverse iteration in Odin without using indices, like a reverse range loop, range for loop? Looks like there is. Okay, so we want to do for ampersand letter. Nope. Hashtag reverse for ampersand letter in active rows. So when a backspace occurs, we find the first letter that is not none and set it to none and then exit the loop. Okay. I mean, oh no. Oh, I hit enter. Oh, I hit enter. Okay, so let's comment that out for now. That's not quite working. Progress. This kind of feels like Wordle. Okay. Now what? Oh no, is the hard part next? Oh, is it the algorithm time? So I think it's the algorithm time. So let me commit these changes. That shouldn't be there. Working foot handling. All right, pushing out. All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink, use the bathroom, and I will be right back. And we will start looking at what it takes to determine if a word is valid. Okay. So we need to figure out how to determine if a guessed word is a valid guess, which means we're going to need a dictionary of words to compare against. Now, the reason the build isn't working for web is that I'm triggering build script written to be. I ran into this last time. Wait a minute. Do I need to delete the bin folder and then run it? Or no. I mean, I changed the interface of init step. I think that was it. Yeah, I changed the interface of init and step. I think that was part of the problem. Okay, so we need to figure out what it takes to validate a word. So I mean, we can start with brute force method, I think, and maybe finish out the game if we want, but then we can do the algorithm afterwards. Oh, build versus run. I got you. So I think that means a simple solution is just an array of strings. Hey, Ab, how's it going? And an array of strings, which I'll just call the dictionary, is equal to I forget how this works. Will this dynamically size our oh, how do we do this? This? No, it's dynamic. String. No. Compound literals of dynamic types are disabled by default. Suggestion: if you want to enable them. No, I don't want that. Why not? Do I actually have to specify the number? Seems crazy. Ooh, maybe this is it. Question mark. Ow! Ow! What are you doing? Want to say hi? Come here. Oh. Here you go. Say hi. Come on. Come on. Here you go. Say hi. All right. Okay, cool. So there's a way to do that. Now, do I actually need string specified here? I do. Okay. String is a set of all 8-bit bit bytes, eventually, but not necessarily representing UTF-8. A string may be empty, but not nil. Elements of string type are immutable and indexable. So I guess this is one bonus over C strings, right? Because aren't C strings literally just arrays? This seems to give you a little bit more. Gives you an actual string type. We have a dictionary. Do I just put the dictionary on the game board? No, I feel like that should be separate. Question mark can only be used in conjunction with a compound literal. Okay. Oh wait, there's string and C string. C style string value, which is 0 terminated, is equivalent to char star. Convertible to an Odin string. However, to convert a string to a C string, it requires allocations if the value is not constant. Full buffer is a string. 0 terminated string. String with length by uses %q rather than %. Oh, this is like formatting. That's interesting. But not what I need. I just need to learn how to pass arrays between parameters. Assume it's just going to be a point. Fixed arrays. Not what I need. The above array. I mean, eventually, I think the dictionary is going to be like dynamic in length, probably. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Odin lets you do math operators against two arrays. That's kind of cool. Is it slices? Is that what I need? Distinct. Vector 3. Slices look similar to arrays, however, their length is not known at compile time. The type T is a slice with elements of type T. In practice, slices are much more common than arrays. A slice is formed by specifying two indices, a low and a high, separated by a colon. Slices are like references to arrays. They do not store any data, rather they describe a section or slice. Oh, so this is like a span in C++. Internally, a slice stores a pointer to the data and an integer to store. Yeah, this is literally a span in C++. The built-in or a view. The built-in length proc returns the slice's length. Oh no, not can't sleep. I hate that so much. I struggle with that all the time. Slice literals. I am trying to pass an array into a parameter. It seems like slice is what I want. What I don't know, or I'm not seeing, these slices expressions are equivalent. Why is that equivalent? Okay, let me try that. Colon. Oh, it did not like that. Expected got colon. Okay, I definitely misunderstood what that was telling me. Wait, do I need to make this the slice? Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm missing something. When grabbing a chunk of a slice, I don't want a chunk. I want the whole thing. What the hell? What am I not understanding? I want to pass the entire array. The length is not known at compile time. Do I need to initialize it as a slice? Well, that's what I'm doing, right? Oh, I wasn't doing that. I was. I think this is an array. Can I mouse over this? Does it tell me? Yeah, okay. So this is a slice. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I mean, this isn't an Odin vector. I think the Odin vector is the dynamic, which I was about to come across. Dynamic arrays. So I think this is Odin's vector. Like, and I don't think I think that's what I'm struggling with. All arrays can be sliced. Well, okay, I just made an array, so why can I not slice the array by passing it into a slice type? That, I think, is what's confusing me. Because that's how it works in C++. I can define an array in C++, but pass it in as a span type. Unless I'm doing this wrong. If I make it 6. Yeah, so I don't... Yeah, so there's something... I'm missing something. Cannot assign value dictionary of type 6 string to empty string. Procedure argument. Suggestion. The array expression may be sliced with... I have to convert it to a slice. Oh. Got it. It's not implicit. Cool. I'm learning. We're getting there. Okay. So when enter is pressed, we need to submit active row. So submit active row will contain the letters entered. So we also need the dictionary slice here. Yeah, implicit does have a way of biting you if you don't know what you're doing. That's for sure. Explicitness does make it a little easier on newbies for sure. That's not true. It's not just newbies. It's everyone. Everyone makes mistakes. Uh, Gameboard dictionary. Okay, so now we need to convert. Oh, can, does string comparison work? Like you just do you compare against, or do I need to do like a comparison? Because I am going to need to convert a letter to string. So we have. I don't need this anymore. Or the other way around, honestly. I guess it doesn't matter which way. Ooh, actually, can we do that? Someone talked about this last time. The reflection thing. I can just reflect the enums to their string component. Build that string. Ooh, I'm getting blurry. I have core reflect. Oh man, we were doing this earlier, but did we ended up not? Or no, I do it down here, don't I? Where is it? Where is it? It's where I render. Dude, cat, what is your deal? You have food. I fed you. Ooh, did I feed you? I saw you eat, but did you have enough? Reflect.enum string letter. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna need. Let's see. Keys to letter. Letter. Ouch. Okay, I gotta see what this cat wants. I'm sorry. Uh, I have no idea if that's correct. It's probably not. I'll be right back. Just wants outside. Can't let him outside right now. All right. So, how do we actually concatenate strings? There's a string package that does it for you. Odin string type stores a point. Why is there's not like an example here? The core strings is a core package. Can I go to it? ASCII set make. ASCII set contains. Wait, is that all it has? Oh, it's probably in here. Caffeine. Emojis. What? That's interesting. Nope, I bet it's here. Okay, I don't know where it's at. Oh no, you guys are giving me so many options. Oh, format? Oh. Dude, what? I'm not letting you outside. The docs have packages. How do you search? I was like, but how do you search? Okay, so strings dot concatenate the entire slice. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dot type string to Oh, wait. I can do this. Oh, does that not work? String builder? Oh my god, why is this so hard? Alright. I'm giving him +1 to C++ here. I'm not used to the C-isms of needing to like manually do this myself. C++, I just use the plus sign and call it a day. Alright, so now I'm being told there's a builder. String builder as well as procedures to manipulate builder. Dude, what is going on? You wake up from your nap, now you're bugging me? Still got like an hour, man. I don't I don't even know what I'm looking at here. There's just a bunch of functions called builder. I don't I don't get it. Hey, stop. I guys, I just want to add letters to the string and I can't figure it out. My brain hurts. I have a string. I want to append this string to this string and store it. Does this return a string? Of type string. Cannot assign a slice. Or wait, is it not saved? Cannot assign value result of type string. Why not? That's what I want. Concatenate takes a slice. So am I is this wrong? Am I using string wrong? Or no, it takes a slice of strings. It returns a string and an allocator error. I have not done error handling yet. A string and an allocator error. Is that just like this? What's also annoying is I want to know how to use concatenate, and there's an example that just prints it. Okay, wait a minute. So this is taking an array of strings and combining them. Is that what I need to do? The one and only example. Concatenate takes a slice of strings. I'm a little annoyed that I need to provide an array of strings. Okay, I actually think C might be easier here. Because C, isn't there literally like a concat function that takes two strings and then returns a combined string? That's all I want. Holy shit. Join. Ooh, is this what I need? No, this takes a slice as well. What's happening? Why do they all take slices? My error val is not declared. Is it? It's undeclared. It's wait, what? Right here. It's looks declared to me. Oh, do I need a colon? Ugh. Cannot assign value result of type string to a slice. I mean, it does appear part of the problem is I need to pass in an array or a slice. I can't do what I'm trying to do here. So I need to do something like this. Actually, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait for it, wait for it. I might have figured it out. Watch this, watch this. I'm a genius. Freaking genius. Right? You declare a dynamic, not dynamic, but an unknown sized array, and then wait for it. Then you slice it. What? Why is everyone laughing? This is legit. I create the array and then I slice it. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't need to do it this way. I can just create the slice. I've learned that too. I can just do this. Boom. Oh shit! That actually worked. Let's go. I'm a genius. I am a Odin developer. Fear my power. If error is not nil, print the error, I guess. Okay. Sweet. Still kind of crazy. I mean, okay. That's fine. I guess that makes sense. I guess let's see if that works. Oh, do I not need this? Son of a bitch. All right. What was I doing? Letters to string. Letters to string so that when we submit the active row, dude, what are you doing? Now, in Wordle, we are only coloring letters if it's a valid word. The letters match target word. So I need a I have a dictionary target word is crane. I don't even need that, do I? I could probably just like specify an index. 0, 1, 2. Target index is 0, 1, 2. Dude, not going inside. He is biting me and swiping at me. Holy crap. Okay. Um. So we need to check if it's a valid word first, because that's going to shade the color and everything. Oh my gosh. Focusing on the fire. Um, and then we check against the target word because that will end the game. That's not true. Well, the real answer is probably some kind of tree, and we sort these and populate them into that tree. So then if we make it all the way to the end, we got a valid word. But I'm not gonna have time to get to that today. I'll save that for Friday maybe. That's, I'm sure, going to involve the allocator. So if valid, oh well, I mean, if it's an invalid word, we are not going to the next row. That's fair. So then we need to color the letters as consumed. I was thinking about this. Um, well, no, we just did this in Wordle today, right? The word ended up being queer, so there were two E's, and one E was green, the other was yellow. So we can't store the color states on a per letter basis. I think we're going to end up having to store them on a per word basis. We still need this for the keyboard rendering. I think valid word if word. Oh, what's this trying to do? No, I need target word. Target word is I think that's what I need. Dictionary. Really? Oh wait, was I actually right that you could do this? No. Why was that a suggestion? Value is not addressable. Okay, because it's an R value. Is that the issue? So is there not a way? Oh, it's because I'm using a slice. Right, but is there not a way to? Oh, there is. No, there isn't. Dude, dude. Can only be used in conjunction with compound literals. Yo, hey, average. How's it going? No monster tonight. I had one this morning. I'm trying to reduce the milligrams of caffeine I've been drinking. We'll see how long that lasts. Maybe I'll have it. Maybe Fridays will be my monster nights. All right. I want to store. I know it wants me to specify a fixed size array here, but I refuse. Okay, so there's a way to do this, but how do I assign? Do I have to use an allocator? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I don't know how to initialize it. Unless I need to do it like, unless it's literally like a C++ vector where I do like words dot like there's pop. Is there push? Holy shit, it has a pop. So how do you add? Append. Oh my god. Is that actually what you're supposed to do? You can't just like initialize it. That am I being gaslit? Did I just get gaslit by the LSP? Dictionary words of type has no field of. Oh, dang it. I think I got tricked. Words dot. Why is it saying append? In order to remove, resize, shrink, inject, assign at. Maybe I'm using it wrong? Um, Odin, I think is fine. I think my familiarity with C++ and my lack of familiarity with more like C style languages is showing a little bit. But to be fair, I would probably be struggling with any language to start with as I get all this figured out and start to understand the thought process of how all this works. Oh, that's my issue. I'm in the I want to go to the overview. Okay. Oh, okay. So I have to be careful. If I do use a dynamic array, it appears it is going to allocate. So I will have to delete it. That makes sense. But how do I? Am I not doing this? Really not doing that? Compound literals of dynamic types are disabled by default. Want to enable them for this specific file, add hashtag plus feature dynamic literals at the top of the file. Warning. Please understand that the dynamic literals will implicitly allocate using the current context.allocator. Oh. So I have to basically acknowledge that I'm using implicitly allocating feature, which means that I need to do that. That is interesting. Oh, is append a standalone function? Is that what I was doing wrong? I mean, it looks like I can also initialize here, but I am curious. So append takes oh my god, look at that argument type. Okay, so that's what I was doing wrong. My C++ ism was showing. Okay, why did that immediately break this though? Cannot slice diction. Oh, well, yeah. That's that's a habit I'm gonna have to learn to break because I'm used. Well, yeah, I think what's throwing me off is the packages you're importing. I can do dot and call functions, but I guess that's not the same as calling dot off of a struct or something like that, right? Okay. So I assume this append is also allocating. Yeah, allocator. Oh, it even has a return that you need to. Hmm. Is it gonna yell at me about that? Wow. So append has a return value, but you don't get yelled at for not handling it. Okay. But I had to handle this. Maybe it's because I was only capturing one return. Maybe that's what it was. Dictionary target is 2. We've got some words. That's getting passed in. When we submit, we pass in our dictionary. Okay. We get our target word. If oh, okay, so it's kind of like no discard in C++. It's on you to decide if the return value needs to be handled. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. That's what I'm used to. But I'm also like in C++, I'm kind of the opinion that if you have a return type, it does need to be handled. Otherwise, why have a return type? If guess target word, you win. Otherwise, it's a valid word, but we move on to the next row. Okay, so I think this is enough to see if something works. Let me. Okay, so our valid words are apple, banjo, crane, delta, eagle, fable. So if I do break, hit enter, invalid word. Makes sense. If I do apple, hit enter, invalid word. I think it's just bad output. So then I try kazoo. Okay, nope. That's not working like it's supposed to. Okay, so if our guess. Oh. Yeah, no. If our guess is one of the words, then it's a valid word. If it's not a valid word, return and print. It's interesting that nothing printed. So what did I get wrong? Is this returning an empty string? Am I doing this wrong? It's all right. We can debug. I know how to do it. I already got that set up. All right. So, Apple. Enter. Okay. Oh, is this going to show it as just raw data? So, if our letter is none, nope. Now result is, oh no, it is going to show it. A. Okay. Cool so far. Our result is, oh no, this isn't, our string's not dynamic, I'm guessing. I can't just like grow a string. But this takes an allocator. So it should allocate. So it should be getting allocated. Oh my god, what do I do for deallocation? I'm so used to C++ destructors handling deallocation for me. Do I have to delete this string? But it's like, I can't delete it inside here, right? Most string procs just do a copy. Right. Well, clearly my solution is only. Oh wait, I wasn't tracking the loop. Whoops. Hang on. Wait, we might be okay. Hang on. We might be okay. No, we're not okay. This code is only producing a single character. The temp allocator for string manipulations. Ugh. and a tracking allocator. Holy shit. Look, kudos to you guys that are used to managing your own allocators. Sometimes I just want things to work. From a literal to an string. But I don't understand. And this is the thing I've never liked about C is if I'm understanding correctly, we're going to have to allocate a string to populate here, and then we're going to return it. So now it's on whoever calls this function to delete the string, right? If I want a dynamic string, I need a string builder. Does that handle the allocator for me? I assume I still have to deallocate. Strings.builder. Then you initialize strings.builder. Holy crap. Can't initialize on the first line. Then you destroy the builder. Voice for your memory. Then I can do strings.write. Extract the finished string. Return to string slice. Viewing the internal buffer, which I'm assuming the builder owns. Okay. This looks like what I need. This looks like it. Oh god. Guys, this hurts my C++ brain. I have to write code to manually allocate and deallocate. This is gross. I know everyone hates C++ because you don't get to manually do that, which that's a lie. You can if you choose to. But ugh. All right. So that means I have to like freaking pass the builder around everywhere. I guess I can store the builder on the dictionary. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Didn't I study it? Are you kidding me? The hell no, I didn't study Odin syntax. This is me studying Odin syntax. What are you talking about? I'm in the middle of learning. I do not learn languages by reading documentation. I learn languages by trying something like this and then banging my head against it until someone comes in and says, "Hey, stupid, do it this way." That's how I learn. Yeah, that makes sense. I do understand what you guys are saying with the builder and the main process. I assume that's a part of the core package. Um, I don't really need the builder till This is weird. I mean, come on, guys. Why can't I do this in a single line? And then what is it? Defer, destroy. Okay. So that's the string builder. And this is only going to, if I understand correctly, this is only going to refer to a single string, right? I'm not using it to build other strings. Or I guess if I do, I need to copy, right? Boo, boo reading documentation. You can't tell me what to do. I don't learn by reading. Are you kidding me? I went to school. I know. I never learned. I learned by doing. Builder init, builder destroy. So we need to, I guess I need to, can I assign this builder to my the dictionary? Active row. Letters to string. Guess I assign it to my game board. Maybe that's what I do. Gotcha. Builder is like allocating buffer, right? Yep, that makes sense. A big global state struct is your friend. Oh, that hurts my heart. That is, oh, if you say so. Okay, so I've assigned the builder, or I've initialized the builder. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. So then in here, now what I can do is not this, not any of this. Now it should be built. Oh, I gotta pass. I gotta. This is. Uh. I don't know why I thought it could do that. That's so dumb. Oh, I don't need this. This becomes strings dot to string builder. Takes a copy of the builder. So am I passing this in wrong? Wait, what? Okay, I know what's going on. This is another thing I'm not a huge fan of coming from C++.
is using parameters as output. So letters to string. So we're taking letters, converting them, and storing them in this build buffer, which is what this is doing. So there is no return. I mean, I guess unless there's like an error I want to return. Seeing any bytes written, I guess. So what's a Is it just this? Do I not return anything? So does this append? Okay, it does append. So then I need. Is there a way to clear the buffer? Strings builder. Okay, so that clears the buffer. So when I go to write these letters, it repopulates it from the beginning. Um, Letters to string. Woo! All right, I think I got somewhere. Holy crap! Or index a string and get a letter per. Yeah, that's fair. All right, so I want to put a breakpoint here to see if this returns a value. I think that's good enough. Break. Enter. Okay. Guess is 5, and it says break. Oh, thank God. Woo. Okay. You guys, you gotta give me a little bit of leeway here. You gotta understand. 15 years. All I had to do, write a string S. S plus equals B. S plus equals, R. That kind of thing. So having to pass anything around all over the place, I'm not quite used to that. It's just a different way of thinking about it. Cat, you got to relax. Okay, so let's see if this is actually doing what it's supposed to. Why it's doing that. Okay. So apple should be an incorrect guess, but a valid word. So then the next time I type should be on the next row. Oh, hell yes. Delta. Enter. Bubble. Bubbles. Enter. Invalid word, bubble. So then I backspace. I do cheek. Enter. Invalid word, cheek. Cool. I try ego. Enter. Okay. No output. So now I should be on to the next row. Crane. I win. All right. Progress. This is I think this might be a good stopping point for now. Did I actually knock anything off? Keep track of active row. Yes. Keyboard input fills active row. Yes. Keyboard input ignored once row is filled. Yes. Enter from keyboard invokes row word check. Technically, yes, but it is incomplete. Row fails when partially filled. No. Row fails when filled. An invalid word not in a row list. Row fails when partially filled. Ooh, I didn't do partial. Hey. Invalid word, hey. All right. Row fails when partial filled with message, not enough letters. Ooh, definition of done. I failed. Check. Row fails when filled with invalid word, not in word lists. Check. Invalid word renders. Okay, so none of the rendering's handling, and then none of the real like word validation is there. That is going to take a little bit of I think, a tree structure. My initial thought is, and this is going to be interesting because I'm more Odin allocators, I'm assuming, but some type of tree structure that will load these words and store them like with the letters pointing to each other so that I can kind of validate that, hey, if the A is good and then the next letter is P, is there a word in the dictionary that the second letter is P versus the current solution of doing a O of N check. So I eventually want to do that as well. And then we also need to handle determining if any of the letters in the guess and the target word are either in the same spot or share letter, because then that will determine how we shade the row. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you very much for you Odin lovers chiming in. I really appreciate it. Even if it might be aggravating from your perspective, I totally get it. Totally get it. I have not. I literally have not spent much time at all when it involves like the idea of maintaining your own allocators and keeping things tightly packed. I use vectors in C++. I use strings. You pass those objects around. They deallocate when they go out of scope, and they copy when I use operator equal, and I don't have to worry about it, right? But when you're actually doing the memory manipulation yourself, it gets a little lower level. I will say Odin does seem easier than C from what I have, the little experience I have. Why is my camera continuously going out of scope? Oh, weird. Did that brighten my room up? I think turning my TV off brightened my room up. Interesting. That tells me I do need to have like a light behind me to improve the lighting, because right now this feels like uh the sun is just shining right in my face. So I'll definitely have to get that figured out. Yep, that makes sense. So it's definitely some. I mean, this is why I was learning Odin. I just wanted to play with it, give it a shot, see how it works. Looks like there are some articles on the arena allocators. Okay, yeah, I might take a look at that. I am aware of arena allocators. Like, I'm aware of allocators. I've even written some in C++. But even like when you write allocators in C++, you don't necessarily have to pass them around all the time. So this is just a different way of thinking about it. That's all. But again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it. Friday, I will be back at this 5:30 Eastern Standard. Thursday, if I'm on, I'll probably continue with Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see. Uh, Hoping to get really far on this Friday though. Thanks, guys. See ya.